Hey guys, it's Kay, and today I just wanted to show you a little bit of tweaking that I did to my Jon Renau Heidi. I have her in the color 8RH14, and I've already done a review on her, so I don't want to kind of go over all that again. But if you saw the review I did on her, you may notice that she now has a little bit more curl. And the thing was, this is not a heat-friendly synthetic by any means at all. They steer you clear of heat of any kind when, anyone talks about this wig. But I decided the waves that were in it, because it did have like a natural beachy wave to begin with, I didn't think they were curly enough. So I decided to take a risk and kind of play with the curls. And I did use regular curling iron. I know, big no-no, but what I found was if I turn my curling iron on like the very lowest setting, which for this one is a number 1. You can see it's got the little dial here that goes back and forth. So I turned it on a 1 and thought, okay, I will test it on a little section of hair in the back. We'll see how it goes. I've also just recently posted a video on how to curl your heat-friendly synthetics. Again, this is not heat-friendly. But I thought, okay, I'll do a little section in the back and see how this goes. And so I tried it, and again, on the very lowest setting on my curling iron, curled the end of it, held it, let the curl go in my hand, cooled it off, and it looked great. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a little bit more. And then before you knew it, I'm sitting on my bathroom floor with my wig head and a curling iron at like 11:30 on a Saturday night because I had nothing else to do. And I went through and I added a whole bunch of curls to my Heidi just to give it a little more than what it already had. So just kind of a styling tip, you can, on very, 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 very low heat, kind of update your style on your non-heat friendly wigs. Now again, I'm not saying to do it that it's not going to hurt your wigs in any way. I'm just saying I've tried it. That's what worked for me. Turn it on the very lowest setting. You can also, another thing I did was I turned it up to like a 5 and then let my curling iron get really nice and hot on the 5. Then I unplugged it and I shut it off and let it cool off for maybe a minute, and then I did the same thing. I went through and I just kept curling section after section after section, and it worked, and I love the result. I love how it's got tighter waves now. It's not so loose. And I also didn't like originally the waves were way down at the bottom. I don't even know if you can see any of the original waves now. Oh, a little bit. But the curls were way down at the very bottom of the hair, and I thought that kind of sucked. So that's why I wanted to put my own spin on it and see how it went. But, so yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I changed the part, which, I mean, obviously this is monofilament, so you can do that. But when you apply a little bit of heat from like a hairdryer or something, it'll set your part pretty nicely. And I'm a left part kind of girl. This kept wanting to naturally just part in the center, no matter how many times I tried to mix it up. So I'm like, okay, I'll use a hot hairdryer just for a second. And I gave it this nice side part here, which is what I'm used to. For the most part, I wear my Heidi down just like this. I have recently gotten, where'd they go? These little clips. I don't know if you can really see them. Just like real small. This is not going well. Real small clips like this. And my kind of go-to, if I just want my hair out of my face, I just kind of pull a section back like this. And you can just leave it like that if you want to. Or she does have a bang. So I also will sometimes just pull back this side and leave my bangs out. Not my face. Kind of wear it like this. Or I've also been kind of pulling my bangs back a little bit. Sometimes when you want to eat, you just don't want any hair in your face. And you can pull it off like that. So just some ideas, some cute things you can do with it. Another thing that I also do is pull it half up and kind of leave the bangs out. So you end up with something like this. But just some ideas on how you can play with her. You can give her maybe a little bump in the back. That would look kind of cute. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you some different things you can do with her that I've discovered since I started wearing her. She's been my go-to wig. I wear her pretty much every day, almost, when I don't wear my bio hair up, which I still can do if I use lots of topics. But yeah, I've had her now for maybe 6 weeks. Washed her twice. And she's holding up really well. And the frizz was a big issue for me. Sorry, I'm sitting here on my knees and it hurts. The frizz factor was a big issue for me for a while because you spend all this money on a wig and then, you know, halfway through your day, it's like, oh my God, this is all frizzy. It looks ridiculous. I'd have to keep running to the bathroom at work and just wetting it down a little bit and finger combing it. But I found that if you use, and I've shown it in my other videos before, the Jon Renau leave-in conditioner or detangler, whatever you want to call it, that works so well, you guys. It will get rid of a lot of that frizz. And what I do is after I give her a bath, while she's drying, I'll go through and spray some of the Jon Renau leave-in conditioner on her. And then when she is dry, I take my wide tooth comb her out really well. I scrunch up all the curls. And then she dries pretty much like this. And you'll notice there's really not a lot of frizz going on. And this is after I've been kind of playing with her and styling her. And I have run a comb through her once or twice. And I've been finger combing her today. So it's looking pretty good. But I hope this helped. I hope this gave you some ideas on what you might be able to do with your Heidi at home. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a like and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.